This is the review for the Rahaga, originally released in 2005. From left to right, we have set number 4870, Kulis, 4868, Gahaki, 4879, Iruni, 4877, Norik, 4878, Bomanga, and finally 4869, Pooks. Now, under normal circumstances, I'd be reviewing these individually, but because they are essentially clones with minor changes between them, I'm going to do them all at once. Together, they are a group known as the Rahaga, where they were taking refuge within the archives on Metru Nui after their mutation into Rahaga, recapturing Rahi that escaped after the Great Cataclysm. They accomplished this by using their Ratuka, which have varying effects. Norik is the leader of the Rahaga, and has a Ratuka with the ability to snag the target. The goofball Iruni uses his Ratuka to snare the target, slowing their escape. Bomangas, the patient second in command, renders the target immobile with his Ratuka. Determined to prove herself, Gahaki uses her Ratuka, which attaches to the target and makes them buoyant. This effect makes it more useful in water or liquid protodermis. Kulis, frustrated with his Rahaga form, has a boomerang Ratuka spinner, which latches to the target and pulls them back to him. And Pooks, who's rather outgoing, has a bolo spinner, which flies low, knocking the feet out from under the target. They did all this while searching for the legendary Kitanangu. Kitongu. We first meet the Rahaga as they save the Toa Metru, now Toa Hordika, from plummeting to their death at the hands of Rudaka and Sidorak. They continued to act as companions and mentors to the Toa Hordika through the rest of the year's story. After the defeat of the Vizorak horde, the Rahaga helped the now reverted Toa Metru evacuate the Matoran from the destroyed Metru Nui. The Rahaga would stay in Metru Nui to rebuild it with the help of Turaga Duma, occasionally visiting other islands to help fight off the Vizorak. After the defeat of Pterodax in the 2003 story, the Rahaga would welcome everyone from Matanui as they returned to Metru Nui. The Rahaga would later be reverted back to their Toa forms after the Toa Nuva capture Rudaka, where she reverses the mutation she inflicted on them. The Rahaga were probably the most popular of the smaller sets from the Bionicle line, and were a pretty noteworthy part of the 2005 story, as they appeared in novels, guides, comics, and the biggest out of these was the third Bionicle movie, Web of Shadows, where they had a nonchalant advertising intro.
Norik is my name, and this is Gahaki, Bomanga, Kulas, Pooks, and Iruni.
Subtle. Real subtle. In the movie, Norik was voiced by French Tickner.
If you wish to be your old selves again, you will listen.
Gahaki was voiced by Kathleen Barr.
I guess I have been working hard lately.
Bomanga was voiced by Scott McNeil.
It did once. It can again.
And Iruni was voiced by Trevor Duvall.
Iruni!
Kulis was apparently voiced. We don't know by who, most likely one of the current cast members, just to fill in grunts and groans. And Pooks didn't even make a sound. Poor guy. The movie also represented the Rahaga with some non-canon aspects. For one, Norik was the only one to have a staff. As well, they had propellers replacing their Ratuka spinners. Wait, really? That's not canon? So they can't fly. Which means that this scene is completely... Aw, no! This scene was awesome. Flashlight too? Yeah, that actually kind of makes sense. What else is non-canon? Ah, shoot. Oh. Really? Oh, this is some Kane rush. Taking a look at the sets, they all follow the same basic build, all around this 6-long axle, where the connectors, lift arms, and function are all built off. The head is a standard Rahi head attached to 2 lift arms. This is the same for all of them aside from the colors, which they introduce 5 new colors for this piece: dark red, dark blue, dark green, a flat white, and medium brown. At the torso there's the function and the connectors which all the limbs attach. The limbs are all these 2004 Matoran limbs, which lead to the feet, which are Borok feet, and the hands, which one holds the staff respectively. The staff is made of a 5-long axle and a Rahi staff that matches the 2003 Rahi sets with a similar color. Norik wields the same staff as Turak, Gaki wields the same staff as Gurak, Iruni, Lirak, Bomanga, Orak, Kulis, Korak, and Pooks, Panrak. Alright, articulation-wise, well, they're small sets. So, we're going to take a look at Iruni. Because, why not? Why not? Why not Iruni? So, this is Iruni. We'll move up and focus. So, you get a swivel here due to how it's all connected in there. And it can move that far to the side, that far to the other side, and there's no up and down. You get a ball joint at the shoulder with the socket oriented forward, and it can go all the way around, in, back that far, and then you get a ball joint at the hand, which can rotate however you want, hinge, whatever. Same thing on the other side, you just have a staff to worry about, and so you can pull off the throwing a staff, you know, something like that. And then at the legs, you have the socket oriented down, so you can go forward that much, back that much, out that much, and if you have the leg oriented like this, you can go forward that much, back that much, and then you get a ball joint at the foot, so it can hinge and swivel however you want it and tilt. So yeah, that is the articulation for literally all of them. They are exactly the same in terms of articulation. There are no differences whatsoever. Oh, Norik fell. Stand, Norik. There we go. There are no differences in terms of articulation. They're all exactly the same. The main function of the Rahaga is the Ratuka spinner, which is built directly into their body. You also get a ripcord and a Ratuka. Now each Rahaga comes with a Ratuka, but some have specialized colors. Norik's being red, Iruni being flat dark gold, Kulis white, Pooks medium brown, while a Gahaki gets a standard silver spinner. Lastly, Bomangus is a special case where he comes with a silver Ratuka, but in certain circumstances might have come with a dark bluish gray Ratuka, which is also a rare collectible. Alright, so to use the Ratuka spinner, we're going to use Kulis this time. Just gently push them all over there. We're going to use Kulis here. So we get off screen. We're going to focus here. And so you get the Ratuka assembly back here. And it is made of 3 pieces. That's the core of it. And so every Rahaga comes with this ripcord piece, and it just slides into the Ratuka spinner like so. You'll have to move the staff and any appendages out of the way in order to get this to work. So you slide it in all the way. And then you add the Ratuka. We're going to use Kulis's white Ratuka. Very fancy. And then, let's move outward here. So, get off screen, darn it. There we go. Focus. And then all you gotta do is hold the legs or any other appendages and pull the ripcord really quickly. Oh, there it is. Wow, that flew across the room and back to my desk. I'm actually quite impressed. So yeah, it works just like that, and I'm surprised it came back, because these things, when they go, and they are really annoying to find. So yeah, that's how you use the Ratuka spinner. Just like that. In terms of issues, there's not really much you can complain about, considering these are small sets. Though, if I really want to nitpick, the lack of articulation is kind of a letdown, especially in the neck, since in 2005 they introduced the Hordika neck, And this piece would have fit perfectly in the neck joint, and the Roxy head has used a standard connector before, so I feel like it was a real missed opportunity. Other than that, there really isn't any issues here. Alright, and finally for size comparisons, we're gonna use Pooks. Just Pooks. So yeah, Pooks comes in at a about 8 centimeters or 3 1/8 inches at the top of the head. From shoulder to shoulder, he's about 5 centimeters or 2 inches. So, let's do some size comparisons now. Get off camera. You had your turn. Alright, so here he is next to a Toa Mata. I have to move up a bit more, I know that. Here he is next to a Toa Metru. And here he is next to a Toa Inika. Oh my. So yeah, he's a small set. He's not going to be much bigger than that. And because it's a 6-in-1 review, we're going to do even more size comparisons just for you, you lucky viewer. So here he is with a Tohanga. Here he is with a Rahaga. Here he is with a Borak Va. Here he is with a 03 Matoran. Here he is with an 04 Matoran. Here he is with a minifig. And this last size comparison is a real stud. The Rahaga are small sets that pack a really fun function into a very small package, while still being a fairly good figure. Though they are very repetitive, only having a color swap and one unique part between them all. But overall, they're simple fun. So that's the Rahaga. Thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.